The sun is finally out, and you step into your garden expecting everything to look fresh and under control. For a brief moment it does, and then you notice them. Dandelions scattered across your lawn, weeds forcing their way through cracks in your patio. That familiar frustration hits you've dealt with them before, again and again. Yet somehow, they always come back. Here's the truth. Most people don't realize. It's not that weeds are impossible to control. It's that most people are fighting them the wrong way. Pulling them out by hand, spraying whatever product happens to be cheapest, hoping something works. These approaches don't solve the real problem. They only provide temporary relief. In this guide, you're going to learn how to deal with weeds properly. Not just remove them, but stop them from returning. Because lawn weeds and patio weeds are completely different problems, and once you understand that, everything changes. When you see a weed, like a dandelion in your lawn, your first instinct is simple. Bend down, grab it, and pull it out. It feels quick, satisfying, and productive. But beneath the surface, something very different is happening. Dandelions and many common lawn weeds grow from a deep taproot that can extend up to 30 centimeters into the soil. When you pull the plant by hand, you almost never remove that root completely. Instead, the top breaks off while the root remains intact underground. And that root is still alive. Within days or weeks, it simply sends up new growth, often stronger than before. What feels like removing the weed is actually just trimming it back. This is why so many people feel like they are constantly fighting the same battle. They're not eliminating weeds, they're unintentionally helping them regrow. To truly solve the problem, you need to deal with the root, not just what you can see above the soil. If pulling weeds by hand doesn't work, the next step is using the right tool for the job. For individual weeds like dandelions, plantain, or thistles, the goal is simple. Remove the entire root in one clean motion. This is where a long-handled weeding tool becomes extremely effective. Instead of grabbing the plant from the surface, you insert the tool deep into the soil alongside the root. Then, using leverage, you lift the entire root system out intact. When done correctly, the whole plant comes out, including the part that would normally regrow underground. This method takes a little more effort than simply pulling by hand, but the results are completely different. Instead of seeing the same weed return days later, it's gone for good. For small infestations or scattered weeds across your lawn, this approach is one of the most reliable and long-lasting solutions you can use. When weeds start spreading across larger areas of your lawn, like clover patches or creeping buttercup, manual removal alone is no longer practical. At this point, you need a solution that can cover more ground while still protecting your grass. This is where a selective weed killer becomes the right tool. And it's important to understand what selective actually means, because this is where many people make costly mistakes. A selective weed killer is designed to target broadleaf weeds, such as dandelions, clover, and daisies, while leaving grass unharmed. It works because grass and broadleaf plants have different biological structures, allowing the formula to affect one without damaging the other. To get the best results, apply it on a dry, calm day, and avoid spraying when rain is expected. Keep pets and children off the lawn until the product has fully dried. Within a couple of weeks, the weeds will begin to yellow weaken and die while your grass gradually fills in the empty spaces. Once you've removed the weeds, the next step is making sure they don't come back, and this is where most people fail. They focus on removing weeds, but ignore the conditions that allow them to grow in the first place. One of the simplest and most effective strategies is adjusting how you mow your lawn. Many people cut their grass far too short, thinking it keeps things tidy. In reality, short grass exposes the soil to sunlight, creating the perfect conditions for weed seeds to germinate. When you keep your grass slightly longer, around 3 to 4 inches, it becomes thicker and denser. This dense layer blocks sunlight from reaching the soil surface, making it much harder for weed seeds to sprout. In other words, your lawn starts to protect itself. With the right mowing height, healthy grass naturally outcompetes weeds, reducing the need for constant removal or chemical treatments, and giving you a cleaner, stronger lawn over time. Once you step off your lawn and look at your patio or paving, you're dealing with a completely different type of weed problem. The weeds growing between slabs or along edges don't behave the same way as lawn weeds, and they shouldn't be treated the same way either. One of the biggest mistakes people make is using a total weed killer, often something containing glyphosate, and spraying it across the patio. While this can kill weeds on hard surfaces, it comes with a serious risk. Spray drift is almost unavoidable. Even a light breeze can carry those chemicals onto your lawn, leaving behind dead brown patches that take weeks or even months to recover. Because of this, patio weeds require a more controlled and targeted approach. Instead of relying on broad chemical sprays, you'll get far better results using methods that act directly on the weeds without damaging surrounding areas. One of the simplest and most effective ways to deal with patio weeds is something most people completely overlook: boiling water. It may sound too basic to work, but boiling water is incredibly powerful. When poured directly onto weeds, it destroys plant cells instantly, including the roots. The heat penetrates deep enough to cause irreversible damage, and within 24 to 48 hours, the weeds will turn brown and die off completely. There are no chemicals involved, no complicated preparation, and no risk of contaminating your soil or nearby plants, provided you pour carefully and target only the weeds. This method is especially effective for small clusters of weeds growing between paving slabs or along patio edges. It's fast-free and reliable, making it one of the easiest solutions you can use. For a stronger solution, many gardeners rely on a simple homemade mixture that has proven to be extremely effective against stubborn patio weeds. This mixture combines 3 common ingredients: white vinegar table salt and a small amount of dish soap. Each component plays a specific role. The vinegar helps break down the protective coating on the leaves, allowing the solution to penetrate more easily. The salt works by drawing moisture out of the plant, effectively dehydrating it. And the dish soap helps the mixture stick to the surface instead of running off. When sprayed directly onto weeds on a warm, dry day, this combination can quickly damage and kill unwanted growth. However, it's important to use this method carefully. Because it can alter soil conditions, it should only be used between paving slabs or hard surfaces, not on your lawn or near plants you want to keep. Used correctly, it's a powerful low-cost alternative to chemical weed killers. For weeds that have taken a firm hold between paving slabs, liquid solutions may not always be enough. In these cases, physical removal becomes the most reliable method. Using a patio knife or a stiff wire brush, you can scrape along the joints and physically remove both the visible plant and as much of the root as possible. This method requires a bit more effort, but it gives you immediate and visible results. For larger areas, a flame weeder can be an excellent investment. It works by exposing the weeds to intense heat for a brief moment, which disrupts the plant's internal structure and causes it to die shortly after. There are no chemicals involved, no residue left behind, and no waiting time for results to appear. Whether you choose manual removal or flame weeding, both methods give you direct control and are especially effective for tough, deeply rooted weeds. Once you've cleared the weeds from your patio, the most important step is making sure they don't come back. And the key to that lies in the gaps between your paving slabs. These small joints are exactly where weed seeds land settle and eventually take root. If those gaps remain open or loosely filled, new weeds will continue to appear no matter how many times you remove them. To prevent this, you need to seal the joints properly. The most common options are kiln-dried sand or polymeric sand, both of which are widely available. Brush the material firmly into the gaps until they are completely filled and compacted. Polymeric sand is especially effective because when it is watered, it hardens and forms a solid barrier. This prevents seeds from settling and eliminates the space where weeds would normally grow. It's a simple job that can be done in an afternoon, but it can save you countless hours of weeding in the future. After removing deep-rooted weeds or clearing large patches of unwanted growth, you may start to notice a new issue appearing in your lawn bare spots. These areas of exposed soil can look uneven, dry, and unattractive, breaking the overall appearance of your grass. These patches are often the result of pulling out large taproots, killing dense weed clusters, or even heavy foot traffic and pet activity over time. While removing weeds is a big step forward, leaving these areas untreated creates an opportunity for new weeds to return. Bare soil is exactly what weed seeds are looking for: open space, light, and no competition. If you don't address these patches quickly, the cycle simply starts again. That's why dealing with bare spots is just as important as removing the weeds themselves if you want a truly healthy and long-lasting lawn. If your lawn is currently full of those bare patches, whether from weeds, foot traffic, or pets, you're not alone. It's one of the most common problems gardeners face after finally getting weeds under control. The good news is, those areas can be repaired faster than you might think. With the right approach, you can turn dry, patchy spots back into thick, healthy grass that blends seamlessly with the rest of your lawn. In the next guide, you'll learn exactly how to fix those bare patches step by step, from preparing the soil to choosing the right seed and getting fast, even growth. It's the missing piece that completes everything you've done so far. Because removing weeds is only half the job. Restoring your lawn is what truly makes the difference.